This is Matt Shesik with Roof Rider Academy. Here doing an assessment on a customer's roof. Alright, so we came up over here. That's homeowner. We are doing an assessment. First thing we do, repairability. What does it sound like when we're walking on it? Scratchy, not scratchy. Kind of sound dampening. Sounds promising, might be repairable. Granule loss. It's a dark shingle, so it's kind of hard to see how much of the tar is shining through here. Some of these look a little worse for wear than the others, but this looks pretty great. It's all pretty new, but we have glistening in the sun here. The fibers are coming out of the mat. And then upon cursory inspection, getting my measurements and initial photos, I see this big patch has been repaired. Uh-oh, this is always a good spot to check. Did all right in through here. Don't see too many issues. But here we are at the top. There's a hard crease. Right there, arrows indicate brittleness. New, old, not quite a color match. It looks like they may have been able to get a size match. They didn't do a great job with the chalk lines here, which leads me to wonder, how are these installed? Did they just glue them in? And I don't know if they did a great job. Homeowner said she's got a leak somewhere in this joint. Water's coming down the wall, which makes this kind of suspect, because if they were doing a botch job here, it could come down and leak in. So I wonder if that's the spot where it's leaking. We have prevailing winds out here. We got 295. A lot of big shopping center here, so that's going to cause thermal updraft. And there's more like population down that way. So prevailing winds are coming from this direction. That may or may not be the cause, but I'm getting pretty strong breeze from the front of the house. So I wasn't too concerned with the back of the house. I didn't really see much at all. I don't see any creases except for that one from the repair. So I go into my deeper look. There's another repair down there that's an odd color right there. Go to my deeper look, scanning down the line here, seeing is there anything out of line? Bingo bongo, this is out of line. So I walk up here and I start testing shingles in this area. Right here, this is what I spotted from across the roof. Sure enough, this whole area high wind damaged, and this may be why this was patched. This is in that area of the roof where the sweep over will cause that turbulent region, so that makes sense why these are happening right here. We're not really protected in this site, but here we have nails pulled through. I can feel the hole right there. I don't know, it's pretty dark. Where's that nail? Right there, missing nail. I can feel the hole where it ripped out. This one too. I mean, this is significantly lifting. This whole sheet is lifting in a group all the way down. So that's why we call it high wind. Nail pop there too. We looked at that one. All right. We do have a hail date, so I'm also looking for hail. Again, really hard to spot. Initially, I found this one. Like, okay, that's a data point. Could it be? Maybe it's not. It might be a stick. So we're looking for trees. That tree is kind of way over there. It's the wrong angle. This is wide open. Those trees are too far away. Not really nut producing trees. Well, I think there's acorns on those oaks, but they would have fallen towards the fence and the road. So is it hail? Could be. Could have been from install. We don't want to rule it out unless we have others. Here's another one. Found that one, and I'm looking around here, not seeing much. I didn't see these initially, so disregard. Come up here over the ridge. I'm looking at this side. I see this weird mark right here. It is kind of concaved. brush the little granules away, all the loose ones. You're allowed to do that. It's not damage. It's really windy, blowing my hat. So it is squishy, concave. Then I'm looking and I see this up here. Sharp angle. Boom, hit it in sideways. Push the tar up. Definitely concave. We got loose granules in that one. So at that angle, I'm not really going to see a lot. Oh, there she goes. Not the first time. It's fine. Unless it gets stuck there. Oh, of course it would. It'll come down. I ain't worried about it. Roof riders. Okay, so then we have a line established between those two. So I'll look in between them. Sure enough, here's a little pea-sized hail mark. Here's another little pea-sized hail mark. That's about as much as I can find. I got the distance measured no further than 8 foot apart. They are in a pattern. They are associated. Could possibly be hail. I think it did, according to this impact, did come from the direction of the prevailing wind. So that one's an important one right there. The angle of attack is what gets it. Front side of the house, you'd be surprised with how much wind I'm feeling. I should see more creases. More obvious ones at least. But we do have heavy high winds here. Missing nails lifting in a group. I could check this whole side. I'd probably find more lower. Typically I want to find something low because we know that's going to spread if we're looking to do an approval. We know this roof has issues. It is getting up there in age. It's not repairable. We saw that. Somebody did repair attempt and it failed. So what want to give them a decent reason that, you know, most of the times the insurance companies want a good roof on it so that you don't lose the entire asset. It's your first line of defense. Gravity brings all the water downhill. It's got to leak somewhere, probably from the chimney. But they're going to need a justified amount of damage. So I want to look low in the roof. Always look low in the roof. What's going on? Is there any creases down here? Hail hits down here? Because that damage, like I always talk about, is going to spread. Here in Florida, the code people gave us back the 25% rule. It's in writing in code. Also big news, the insurance company can no longer tell you what testing method you can use. So if they say we only use ITEL and we're not using name that shingle, you can show them in the code book where it says they no longer have the authority. If it's questionable, it will be tested. And that means that you can test it and they have to accept your results. They are certified poets. Certified poets, very specialized. Not roofing experts. Their license doesn't cover it. You're the expert, folks. So what I'm showing you here, creased. This corner's lifting. It's putting a crease right here in the middle. Angular crease. You can see a very loose granules on it. That also indicates the crease. Very faint, darker line along that. Right there. This one, focus right here. I can see it. I don't know if it's coming up on the camera, but we can see it right here where these come together, pointing off on this angle. Definitely creasing. That is a creased corner. So these are pretty well sealed. However, the ones that are coming up right there are definitely starting to crease. I could spend here all day checking all of these for that kind of an issue. Here we messed up with our chalk line, so we blended in with a knife. That's beautiful work, gentlemen. Beautiful work. I think the homeowner should definitely make a claim on this. I'm gonna find more wind when I look. There are creases low. It is gonna spread. Biggest deal, not repairable. If this was done a year ago, it's even in worse condition. If that happens one time, none of this is repairable. Because odds are I'm going to break more. If we get them to agree that this is hail, which based on that one is definitely a ball-shaped object slammed in her sideways. If they agree that this is hail, that low spot wipes it out. Pulled nails nails torn through the mat like these definitely are wind damage. Those are wind damaged shingles. I could probably find a whole wash of them. Same thing for this side. So I'm gonna call it at that. This roof is storm damaged. Good news for the homeowner, we can probably get her updated, make sure that we investigate that leak for sure. Hopefully my hat catches a breeze and blows in the yard. And I am out. Love you, bye.